Hi, this is a Care Club video and this is about Vanda. So, you are in my Vanda corner. The video is about Vanda denisoniana, but I do care for all my Vandas in the same way, so it's basically a general Vanda care in this video. And the other channels participating in this Care Club are Ninja Orchids, Plants and Other Things, and the Orchid Saga. So this is my Vanda denisoniana that I got a year ago from Tropical Gardens. And as it usually happens with recently imported plants, it did not have that many roots. So all the roots that you see, and they're kind of like crazy roots, see? It's lots of roots and they're growing every which way, even some growing on the top, higher than the plant. So they all grew during this year, which is kind of amazing. This is probably the most root-growing Vanda I have, except maybe this desolata grows enormously fat roots too. But yeah, denisoniana has the best roots from all my Vandas. It didn't bloom for me yet, so I was thinking maybe it needs some adjustment. And yeah, it spent this year adjusting to my conditions, growing all those roots, and she grew me a whole bunch of leaves. Actually, when she arrived, this was the newest leaf, and see, it was damaged, and I was so afraid that there will be a crown rot. So I put a lot of cinnamon on this spot, and it did not progress, which is good. So all this part grew within the year that I had it. Well, actually I bought it in spring, so the year and a couple months. So it's pretty good speed of growing, I think. And so because it's growing so well and it looks like a healthy plant, I think it needs to start thinking about blooming. So I don't know how hard it will be for me to bloom this species, because I heard that it needs very high light to bloom. And in my conditions, I do not have any artificial supplement. My Vandas grow in natural light, which in Canada is not very bright, especially during winters when we have short days. So, but I've been able to bloom, you know that one, Vanda tricolor species. So I think it pretty much validates my space as suitable for Vandas. And because I have, like, this corner points to the south, so then southeast there and southwest there means that I have sun basically all day. So it starts from here. I have sun in the morning from this window, then it moves. There's a short period when it's up high and it's nowhere. And then as it goes down to the west, the sun appears here. So this spot here that's where my Vanda denisoniana is too, and where my desolata. Now this spot is the most sunny, and I'm hoping that it will encourage my huge desolata to bloom at some point. And I hope that denisoniana will bloom too. So that's about lighting. Now about potting. My Vandas are bare rooted. When I started to grow Vandas 10 years ago, I tried to pot them in all kinds of different mediums. I tried bark, I tried coconut husk chips, I tried moss with net pots underneath, and all those experiments resulted in totally rotted roots. So I don't know whether it's my plants or my watering habits, but potting vandas does not work for me. Except neofinitias. Like neofinitias, they're technically vandas too. So they work potted traditional way into moss mounds. But the normal sized vandas, they all are bare rooted, either in these baskets, and the baskets, they're better hanged, but some of them are just standing. This is my cerulean. It's not hanged because I just don't have room to hang anymore beside the window. Or they can be bare rooted in the clay pot, which works too. Now at some point when there will be too many roots, like now there's a lot of roots but not that many. Now at some point when there will be many layers of the roots at the bottom ones will start rotting, and then I will need to move it to a larger pot. But other than that, it works well. So yeah, that's about potting. No potting for me, just bare rooted. Now about watering and fertilizing. For a long time, probably a few years, I've been soaking my vandas twice a week in fertilized water. Basically in this bathtub I had a giant plastic container, and I filled it with the water, with fertilizer, and I would put my vandas in. They would take turns in the same water, yes. They were sharing the water, and each of them spent about maybe 2 hours, roughly, in that water and soak really good. And that was good enough, twice a week. But as they grew these huge roots, it became very hard to actually put them in that container. Every time I was breaking the roots, this smell of freshly broken roots, it hunted me down like all the time. So I decided to stop soaking them. Now they're just hanging here. I don't remove them from those hangers, and I just spray them. Same thing, twice a week I use fertilized water in this pump sprayer. See, it's a garden sprayer which works. There's 2 liters, which is half a gallon. So I fill it with regular tap water, and I use this fertilizer. I put a quarter of teaspoon into that half gallon water, and I spray. I make sure that the roots are really wet with that fertilized water. Again, twice a week, Monday and Friday. Those are my days when I do that. And in between those 2 waterings, when it's hot, like especially during the summer. During winter, twice a week is enough. But during summer, the sun comes in here all day. They dry out very fast, and it's really hot in here. Then I just use the hose here on my bathtub, and I just water them from. It's like a little shower. I do tap water, like lukewarm tap water, without fertilizer, and I just give the shower to all the roots. I just did it recently, see? I tried to not get any water on the top, because I don't want crown rot, but those drops on the leaves are fine. They will dry out before the night sets. And during winter I will not do that, because during winter it's too cold, I don't want any water on the leaves. But now it's still warm, it's fine. So that was my care collab about Vanda denisoniana and all my vandas basically. And the buds, you see, this is my MV tannins, which should open pretty soon, so please stay tuned for the blooms. And please visit 3 other channels that are also posting the video about their care. Vanda denisoniana, it's ninja orchids, plants and other things, and the orchid saga. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.